How's everybody doing today? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we're back with another banger, double banger today. Yo, that was lit though, man. I just did the interview, man. I had to get it in, man. More interviews to come, man. I'm not slacking, man. This whole week, man. I'm gonna be on my shit, man, for you guys out there, man. So just know that, man, and just know that I'm gonna be coming with that fire, dog, all week, man, for sure, man. But we got a lot to talk about today, man. Some more news, more headlines. Jared Hurd is back training again. Possible fight coming up in the next month or two. So definitely be on the lookout for that. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. I mean, how's everybody doing today, man? Because I couldn't really talk the way I wanted to when I was doing the interview with Tholani. But hey, man, we're back, man. We're back with you guys, and we're here, man. So who we got in there? Battle Rifle. Yo, where's the debate? Oh man, we getting the troops together now, dog. We getting the troops together right now, dog. So you already know, bro. We getting them in there right now, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they coming in now, dog. Straight up, dog. I got my peoples coming in, man. Let me send an invite out to Blue Blood, man, so we can get this shit popping. You already know, bro. Yo, oh shit, what's up, bro? What you doing, bro? How you doing today, oh shit? Yo, Black Horseman, the OG was Gucci.
What's up, bro? What's going on?
Yo, man, I mean, how did the interview sound, man? It was kind of choppy on my end, man, but I mean, could you kind of make out what he was saying a little bit, or how was it, man?
Yeah, good interview, bro. That's a good interview right there, bro.
Oh, thank you, man.
I mean, I didn't even know that was the dude you was going to interview because I remember you posted on your IG that a little bit clip of his highlights, and I remember I had meant to look him up, go further into him because he looked good versus Diego Chavez from what I saw.
And
the mere fact that you just got that interview, I'm like, damn, that's what's up. So now everybody knows his age. We know what he looked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They talk. And we know he speak English,
Yeah, he speak English. I was like, because at first I was like, yo, is he speaking English? Because I couldn't, it was breaking up. And I'm like, oh man, I hope this John ain't gonna be a language like barrier, man. Then he started speaking English and it was like perfect. So I was like, what? I was like, all right, man. And did you hear him when he said Diego Chavez was not his hardest opponent? He said the Filipino guy that was 13-0 was his hardest opponent. And he said he dropped that Filipino guy, but he did not stop him. He said it did go to full distance. He said in every single fight that he's been in, he said that he's dropped his opponent at least one time. That's a telltale sign. That shows he's got power.
Yeah.
And he's a big welterweight too. He's a big welterweight too, you guys out there. So, you got to be on the lookout for that guy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. This dude is Vada enrolled. Shout out to him.
He is. Okay. Yo, because he was calling out this WBC silver title dude that I've never heard of, yo. Like the guy named Korobov or something that's ranked number 10 in the box rec. And he's welterweight. Yeah, he was like, he knows that guy. He said he wants to fight that guy. Like he's actively calling that guy out. And he said he'll stop Jeff Horn.
Oh.
So I mean, he's with the shits right now, man. He's trying to get it in, man.
Yeah. Good shit.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. You says Battle Rival says, where's the debate? Oh man, they coming, man. We sent the link out. Hey, I sent the link out to Blue Blood, man. The best I can do is send it joint out, man. You know what I'm saying? So the link has been sent. Black Horseman here, and like I said, he come through. If he don't, he might be busy or something,
Yeah, it might be another movie out.
So I mean, it's all good though. Sasquatch Tank says back with another banger. Oh shit says the Corey Lee Boxing, the most lit channel on YouTube. Oh man, thanks a lot, man. Couldn't do it without my boy Black Horseman, man. He always there. Oh shit says I got Blue Blood by KO over Black Horseman. Oh, okay, wow. You guys are really placing your bets, yo. Uh-oh.
That comment sound like his name. Shitty.
Yeah. Yo, y'all is too much, yo. Oh, Alex Santos says, Corey Lee, how tall is he?
I was looking for that shit. I was looking for that shit
Yeah,
on box
damn.
rate. It don't show. I think he about
He's
probably
at least, dude, he's tall.
about
He was
5'10" something.
towering. He was towering over Chavez, dude. Towering. He's taller than Keith Thurman. I can bet you that, dog. Because
Yeah,
Keith Thurman's what, about 5'9", 5'10", maybe
he
5'10".
Thurman's like 5'8", 5'8",
Yeah,
something like
that's
that.
what I'm saying. He's kind of short, but he's kind of stocky though. This guy's huge though, man. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. This guy, this guy from South Africa, Tholani, man, he's the newly crowned. So if you guys don't know who I was just interviewing in my past live stream I just did, it was gonna be a quick live stream. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'll get Black Horseman on the next one, but I knew that was gonna be quick. That was kind of a tester. You know, we had a lot of technical issues, and if it was somebody else's on there, it would have been even worse because we were like, "Yo, what are you saying? What are you saying?"
Oh no, you good, bro.
But yeah, man. So like, like him, and I want to have other people on, to ask him more questions, man, because he loves when I asked about like Keith Thurman and Sean Ford. It's like a smile lit up on his face, man, and he was really, really wanted that smoke, man. So, with that being said, man, I mean, he could possibly, get that smoke with those type of fighters, man, because he said he was already supposed to fight on the Lou DiBella card. So he said last year he was supposed to fight on the Lou DiBella card, but look what it brought him. He didn't fight on the Lou DiBella card, and look what it brought him. It brought him a strap, though. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and you got guys like Chris Eubank Jr. that held on to that IBO strap like it for dear life, like it was like the best strap. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. The IBO strap, I'm not gonna downplay Thulani. It's a start. It's a start, I will say it's a start, in the right direction. But as far as being the elite sanctioning body, I will not say it's one of those yet. You know what I mean? It's not one of the elite sanctioning bodies, but it is, a respectable sanctioning body. Possibly because the IBO, does the IBO do drug testing as well too? I'm not really that familiar with the IBO. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Me neither, bro.
Smash the hell out of that like button. I know what you can do, you guys. Smash the hell out of that like button right now, you guys. Come on, show some love, man.
Haters coming in, hitting the thumbs down, though. These niggas, bro. No life.
Yo, come on, man. Hit that thumbs up, man. We got more dislikes than likes right now, man. Come on, man. You already know how they gonna do it, though.
It's probably me, man. That's the risk of having me on your channel and shit. I got a lot of haters that following me, bro. They're like, oh, that nigga black. Nigga, fuck that.
Yo, Alex Santos says, I agree, Corey. It's a start. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. Whoa, Corey Lee has dreads. Oh, man, I got a little something in the cut, dog. I got a little something in the cut, you know what I mean? A little something, But yeah, man, when I dreaded my hair up, it got short. So, you know what I mean? I did have long hair, but that's a whole nother situation, man. But yo, the dude Thulani, speaking of dreads, this dude Thulani says for the Diego Chavez fight and for that world title fight, he did have active dreads and he cut his dreads for that fight. He said he wanted to be fully dedicated, fully prepared, and he didn't want to have anything holding him back, man. And I salute him, man, because, I mean, hey, man, you cutting your hair, man. He's been growing his hair out. That was like his little signature thing. And he cut his hair for that, man, for that big fight, man.
Yeah.
And if you all know Terrence Crawford, he cut his hair too, man, going into the professional game. They said all through the amateurs, Terrence Crawford had braids or dreads or something like that. And he cut his hair.
Errol Spence had your braids too.
Errol Spence as well too, man. You know what I'm saying? So these guys are biting down on the bullet, man, and they're trying to get dedicated. They don't want any slip-ups, man, because we're living in the age right now, you guys, where one fuck up, one slip up gets you that one L on your record, and you're unheard of after that. I mean, I'm just being honest. Unless you're with an Al Heyman and they can mix and match you, like Jamal James can bounce back, Danny Garcia can bounce back. But if you're like a Thulani, and I mean he lost to Diego Chavez, we would have probably never heard of this guy again. I mean, I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? These are facts. You know what I mean? He's all the way out there in South Africa. You know what I mean? We barely know about him after he won. You know what I mean? So getting his name out there, getting him exposed, man. He said he was very grateful for the interview, man. And like I was telling Black Horseman, man, I didn't know if he wanted to do it because it was so much back and forth. Like, man, what is like? It was technical issues, man. That shit just happens, you guys. You know what I'm saying? You just got to stay with it, man. I stayed with it. I actually started the interview was destined to be Black Horseman because I started an interview and sent you the invite. I mean, started the a live stream, and I told him I was gonna just holler at him later because we couldn't get it to work. And he said, "Yo, bro, I'm on the Hangouts. What's up?" And I was like, "Ah, man, all right, man." So I canceled the other live stream we were gonna do. Went back. Finally, it worked, you guys. And I'm just grateful, man. So now that you guys out there, and a lot of hardcore fans that know about this guy, like Suleiman and stuff like that have been on my show, and a couple other guys on my show, like actual facts as well. They tell us about this guy. We didn't really know a lot about him, man. But now that I met him, man, he's a really good dude, humble guy too, man.
Yeah. That's real. Hey, where does he reside at, bro? Where's he at? Like, is he still in Africa or something, or he out here in the States?
He resides in South Africa, man.
Oh,
so yeah, man. So he says he knows. So he trains along the lines of you may need to log off and log back in. Oh, somebody was just texting me about my. Am I choppy, you guys? Oh no, that was for my last stream. Somebody text me on my last stream like you may need to log in and log off. But yeah, man, we're good over here. We're good now. But yeah, he does reside in South Africa, you guys. And he said he trains along the lines of. I'm gonna give you his name right now, you guys. Because he's a fighter. He said he watched Usyk fight in person. He said Usyk is one of the best fighters that he has ever watched fight. I did get him to say that on live television, on live air right now. So you know what I'm saying? And I told you guys, man, Usyk's the real deal. Nationally, globally known, man. They know about him. Because they said the guy that he trains with, let me make sure I get his name right, you guys. Okay, this is him right here, you guys. This guy named Thabusi Machuno, he fought Usyk, all right? He fought Usyk, all right? And he got KO'd by Usyk in the 9th round. This guy Thulaney says he trains with him. He said he trained with Thulaney. Said he trained with this guy Machuno side by side every day for that training camp for that Usyk fight. So he's training with world champion contenders. That helps you out. That does nothing but help you out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this guy right here is ripped to the core. I mean, this guy ain't got no body fat on him.
Yeah. So he's at cruiserweight. That guy right there.
This guy's at cruiserweight, southpaw. South African reside, and he's from South Africa. So another South African guy. He lost to Usyk. He lost to a couple guys, you know what I'm saying? But Usyk was for the WBO world title, and Usyk KO'd him in the 9th round. And he got a couple wins after that and lost like once or twice after that as well. But yeah, man, he said he watched Usyk live in person, man. That was pretty good for him, he says. And like I said, man. But with that being said, you guys, man, Errol Spence, let me read the chats out, man. What you got on your mind today, Black Horseman? Anything on your mind today so far before we get the joint rolling?
No, I was just looking at the title. You said
the title's gonna be lit today. These motherfuckers,
so
wow, yo.
That's a good debate in itself, right there.
Yeah, man. I mean, we can start up. We can. Oh, go ahead.
Especially when he says I'm a way better fighter than Crawford.
Yeah, he put that in parentheses, dude. So, I had to put that out there, man. And that's what he was saying. So when he said that, I was just like, wow, really? Like, that's how you're feeling, man. But like I said, man,
drink over the weekend, bro.
He said that over the weekend too. Those comments were with him over the weekend. And Osha says, Sal, brother. Sal Gutierrez says, Corey, brother. Alex Hazel says, I think he's from Cape Town, South Africa. Alexander says somebody needs to upload the full fight of Thulani versus Chavez on YouTube.
Facts.
Well, the best I could do is get some of the highlights. If you guys go to my Instagram page, you will see some of the highlights and the devastating finishing knockout blow on my Instagram channel with his Instagram channel's name. So you go to Coily Boxing on Instagram, you'll check that out. You'll be able to see Thulani and his his best win of date, Diego Chavez, man. And so like I said, he fought him and he did very well against him, man. But with that being said, you guys smash the hell out of that like button. Let's get some of those likes up, you guys. And yeah, man, Errol Spence Jr. is saying now that he's way better. He says, and I quote, "I am a way better fighter than Terrence Crawford, you guys. Let the floodgates open."
Yeah, and he was flooded with alcohol with that comment, dog.
Oh my God.
Real shit. Real shit, bro. But at the end of the day, man,
Oh shit, yo.
That's kind of like blue blood. You're not even in the ring with the nigga yet, but you talking shit to him. So at the end of the day, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. But that don't mean it's reality. You know what I'm saying? You got to jump in the ring with him to see what it really is. But hey, Errol Spence is just, hey, you want to fight Porter, you want to fight Mikey, you feel you the best. That's cool. If you feel you the best, then that's what you're supposed to feel. But at the end of the day, man, we ain't gonna find out until that fight happens. Until he fight any of the top. He hasn't fought any top welterweights yet. Nobody even in the top 5 yet. You say Brooke.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, until he get better fights, man, that's up for debate. You know what I mean? That's still up for debate.
You feel like some of the other welterweights. So how do you feel about Terrence Crawford? Do you feel like Terrence Crawford has a better resume than Errol Spence?
Not at welterweight. No. I mean,
but I'm saying overall, like just in general.
Yeah. I mean, because what I'm looking at when I look at Terrence Crawford is that he's been in multiple championship level fights. You know what I mean? This guy's unified. He's been undisputed. He's beat Olympians. And this guy has been battle tested. You know what I mean? He's seen way more different styles than Errol Spence has, in my opinion. He's been in there with some guys that's very, very slick, guys that are very, got a good amateur pedigree, things like that. The guys that Errol Spence has fought, some of them were good fighters, but how many Olympians have he beat? You know what I mean? How many elite fighters did he have on his resume? And then, like I said, he's, Crawford has been a champion a lot longer. Even though he just became a champion at welterweight, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he's had more experience at the championship level, so he's been at the top a lot longer. I mean, Sean, he's been there before. Keith has been there a lot longer. Danny's even been there with his loss to Sean. He's been there a lot longer. So, he's still fairly a new champion, and so, I mean, yeah, I think that Terrence Crawford has more experience at that level, Spence does have a chance, though. He still has a chance against any of those champions, but until it happens, that's just opinion. That's just what he feels. But I still think Terrence Crawford is way more skillful than Errol Spence.
Wow. Okay. With that being said, you got to understand that Errol Spence has been calling out a lot of fighters' names. I want to ask you a question, man. It might, offend a few out there, man. But who gives a fuck? But I mean, like I said, man, you got guys out here that's saying that Errol Spence is this guy that's just some Greek god type, like he has fear in the souls of fighters. You know what I mean? But when you peel back the layers, does he really have this type of cachet about him, like that he's feared? Or is the risk not worth the reward?
I think
Let's be honest.
It's business.
Let's be honest now, man. Because a lot of these fighters out here, like your Danny Garcias, like your Keith Thurmans, like your Sean Porters, I don't think they have a problem fighting this guy, Errol Spence, but will they get paid for it?
Right. Right.
Now I think they possibly might get paid for it, but we're talking 1 or 2 years. They've been talking that Errol Spence has been the boogeyman for 2, 3 years now. I don't think 2, 3 years ago, or even 1 year ago, that the money was there for the Errol Spence fight versus Danny Garcia or Sean Porter.
I mean, you're absolutely right. You stated it that, it's more risk than reward. You know what I mean? Um, a lot of these other fighters are not facing Spence for the same reason Spence won't face Crawford right now. Even if that fight was available, if that money ain't right, because the thing about it, when you're already a champion, if you're going to unify with another champion, it's
Battle
already
Rifle. I don't mean to cut you off. Battle Rifle says Errol Spence is 18 years old, guys. Give him a break.
what? What's going on, Battle?
That's your boy. That's your boy,
Come on,
Battle Rifle. That's your boy.
Put the smoke down, bro.
Yeah.
18.
What's up, Black Cam
Probably
TV? I seen you on the other chat too, man. Shout out to Black Cam TV, man. You already know. Sal Gutierrez says no gym hype.
He may be talking about that little comment he made over the past weekend. Forgetting his
okay. Maybe talking about that. Okay. Step in the ring, then I can say who is the best. Jolly JT says step in the ring, then we can say who is the best. Hey, man, so go ahead. Finish what you were saying, though, because the risk versus the reward factor, you got to play that in, man. So, like I said, these guys, and that's another thing, too, Black Horseman, that, I feel like Danny Garcia and especially Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, those two guys right there, I feel like they're ahead of they were in the spotlight when Errol Spence was unheard of.
Yeah.
That's right. And I just feel like, I feel like Earl, first it was, Danny Garcia had the spotlight, and then it was, Keith Thurman was coming up in the ranks, and, you could see a kind of a collision course going down, but he was coming up the ranks, and he was like, you better not duck me, son. Remember all those Keith Thurman comments and all those memorable comments. And then as the years progressed, and he didn't fight Paul Malignaggi, and things started progressing, I feel like he stopped saying all of those quotes and all of those comments that Keith Thurman used to say, and now I feel like some of those same things are being said by Errol Spence now. Now Errol Spence is that guy.
Well, just to comment on what you just said, Thurman don't have to say the things that he used to say because everybody want to fight him now. So he stated this in this interview with Brendan Schaub. Like it doesn't matter. Like he's not gonna have a problem making no big fights because everybody wants to fight him. Same thing with Mayweather. Like I'm not gonna say he's at a Mayweather position, but remember, everybody wanted to fight Floyd because he was just that guy. You know what I mean? He was at the top of the welterweight division. And it don't matter what the Spence fanboys say. This guy, it's gonna be a big payday if you face Thurman. He's at the top. He's the only fighter active right now that has unified at the welterweight division. There is no other fighter out there that has done that, that's active. So he's at the top right now. He don't have to when he comes back, he's not gonna have an issue getting a payday. Spence is though. Spence, he's at a position now where he can get certain fights. But to comment on what you were just saying, man, is really like, say if you already a champion at welterweight, when you're getting ready to unify, the reward is the benefit of it is you can possibly get another strap and you can elevate your status. On the downside, you lose the belt that you had. You know what I mean? Whereas you can just defend, face other fights that is not going to be such a risk, but the reward got to be high if you're going to take that risk. Especially fighting somebody like Errol Spence, he's hungry, he wants to unify, and if you possibly can get in there and get stretched by Errol Spence and lose, lose all the status that you're at, you won't have no belt, you know what I mean? He'll have both titles, and if that's the risk, you want to make sure you get a huge payday, you know what I mean? But that's really what it is, man. It's business, So like I said, somebody said this on the social media, Facebook. And I put in the comment, like, fighters are not facing Errol Spence for the same reason he doesn't want to fight Crawford right now, because it's just more risk than reward. It's more risk for him to face Crawford right now because the money's not really there. You know, because we get in there with Crawford right now and get beat, you know, it's just like shit. Did I make enough money to get my strap taken from me? And you know what I'm saying? Now I gotta work my way back up, you know what I mean, to the top. So it's just a business, man. All these guys is you know, treating it like a business, and it is what it is. But at the end of the day, you know, he's more risk than reward. That's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth.
So you feel like that he's more risk than reward right now?
Yeah, most definitely.
Is that why, you know, is that why fighters right now are so-called ducking Errol Spence?
I mean, who you talking about that's ducking him?
Well, not ducking, but you know that's what they say. They saying that,
Yeah, I
you know,
mean, a
Danny
lot of them saying,
Garcia's ducking him. What else? Sean Porter's ducking him. Keith Thurman, they definitely say Keith Thurman's ducking him. You know, with all of that being said, man, is you still don't have Errol Spence as your number one welterweight.
no, it's open. It's vacant right now, bro, because it's all one strap apiece. Sean got a strap, Spence got a strap, Thurman got a strap, and what the other strap at? Who am I missing? Sean. Well, I say Sean, Danny. No, Sean, Thurman, Spence, and
You got Sean, Danny, you got Sean Porter, Keith Thurman,
oh, Crawford. Damn,
Errol Spence,
I'm
Terrence
tripping.
Crawford, and you got Thulaney too, though, the IBO strap. You know
And
what I mean?
IBO.
That's I mean, because you got to understand the it's kind of crazy that we're mentioning him now, but we kind of got to, because Jared Hurd's got the IBO strap too. You know, when we mention that
Yeah,
strap,
yeah.
we
No,
don't
that's a good look.
when we say Jared Hurd's got two straps, we you know we say now that he's got three straps. You know what I'm saying? Because he's got the IBO, he's got the IBO, the WBA, and the IBF, right? That's what he got, right?
Yeah, WBO, WBA, and IBO. Right? Wait, WBA, IBF, IBO. There you go. WBA, IBF, IBO. That's what he got.
Red, green, black. That's how I look at it. Because the IBO is like
Well,
a
he don't have the
greenish
green.
tint.
Oh, yeah, they do got that
Yeah.
red off color.
Forest green.
Forest, yeah, there you go.
Not
Forest
the
green.
not the money green
Not
though.
money green, yeah.
But yeah, man, like I said,
Somebody should try to get that IBO, man.
huh?
Somebody should try to
That's what
fix
I'm
the boy.
saying. That's what I'm saying, yo. And I think, yo, if Thulaney does it right, the right way, if he does it anywhere close to how Chris Eubank Jr. did his IBO belt, he's gonna get paid off that joint, win, lose, or draw. You
I
know
mean,
what
he
I'm
beat
saying?
Diego Chavez to get it. You know,
Yeah,
he beat
but the
Diego
only thing
Chavez.
about it is I think he needs at least 2 fights in America, man, or at least 1 fight in America for people to really know who he is. I think
Yeah.
I think even guys like you guys got a bigger name than him right now.
All it's gonna take is one promoter to really just look at some footage on him, see that this guy, he's undefeated, 14-0, 11 KOs. He's Vada enrolled. This guy is tall, you know.
And
I mean,
he's got all of the amateur. I'm gonna just name off Thulaney's amateur accolades real quick to you guys. So you guys, you know, amateur accolades and and current boxing accolades, you know, for world titles and stuff like that. So he's been the Commonwealth bronze medalist. Okay, that's probably a high standard out there where he's at. South African champion, African Boxing Union champion, WBC Intercontinental champion, the IBO world champion, and he's an undefeated champion right now. So right now, you got to understand that this guy is, you know, he's coming up in the world right now. And you know, he's undefeated, and you know, he's from South Africa, man. And I think he, with all those accolades, man, I think he, you know, they saying like, you know, Julius Odongo was a better champion. I think this guy has a opportunity to be a better champion than Julius Odongo does.
oh
You know,
yeah.
because Julius Odongo was kind of like, you know, on that, you know, kind of on that distant scene, and then, you know, he knocked out you know, the undefeated Travinsky guy, you know what I mean? And you know, I feel like now we got to see if this guy Thulaney is the real deal. You know, it's going to take another, you know, 2 to 3 more fights. You know, he's already passed the prospect that prospect, because Diego Chavez is a good barometer for, if you're on prospect level or world champion level, you know what I mean? And I mean, he knocked him out, so I think that's a good barometer fight, you know what I mean? And let's be honest, man, Diego Chavez had been in there with some good dudes, Keith Thurman, Brandon Rios, and the list goes on. But back to Keith Thurman and Sean Porter. Oh, what's going on, Gregory Wide? We got to get the buzzer, man. The beeper. Oh, that shit done got louder, yo. Gregory Wise says it's unification time now. Nothing else is acceptable. All right, man, no doubt. Derek Bailey, thanks for the super chat too, Gregory Wide. And Derek Bailey says, salute Corey Lee Boxing. I don't ever receive notifications for your channel. YouTube is acting funny styles. Wow, man. You already know that, man. Lawrence Williams says Triple G has the IBO strap too. Yeah, that's true. Lawrence Williams says at Corley Boxing, Manny Pacquiao won the IBO title at 140 for his sixth division title, not a major belt. I mean, that IBO belt is so iffy, man. I just don't know if it ain't.
I mean, I was looking at the history. It was founded in 1988. So it kind of goes off.
But some of those other world champion belts were founded. I think the WBO was founded in 1988. So you can't normally go on that except, just on that date. You know what I mean? Because the WBO is a fairly new belt. Mind you, I think the Mike Tyson era, there was no WBO belt involved in that era. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you guys. Well, I'm not the best history buff, but I do know,
At that time, to be undisputed at that time, you only needed 3 belts. Which is the IBF, the WBC, and the WBA.
Okay.
Yeah, so IBF, WBC, WBA, not the WBO. That wasn't even included at that time, because that's more of a younger belt. You know what I mean? But the oldest one I know for sure is the WBA.
Okay. So let me ask you guys this in the comment section: do you guys respect the IBO belt? It's a yes or no question. Just let me know in the comment section, yes or no. Do you guys respect the IBO belt?
Man, I respect that shit more than that plastic NABA and NABF shits, whatever that shit is, bro. I do, bro. Like, I feel like behind the IBF, I will put the IBO right there. Yeah, because I would say WBC, even though WBA is the oldest, WBC is so many.
Yeah, these two going in on the chat with the Hey, Thulaney, don't look at this live stream, yo.
Oh shit! This nigga said trinkets. My bad. I didn't even see the other one. My bad.
They wildin', yo. They off the chain, bro. Gregory Wyatt. Oh, shout out to Gregory Wyatt again with the double donation. So with that being said, Bobby Jean says no, they don't respect the IBO belt. Battle Rifle says no. Erwin Stinson says hell no. Gregory Wyatt with the super chat says both the WBO and the IBO belts are trinkets. Lawrence Williams says no, but it looks good. All right, man. They said it looks good.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, man, I feel like if you got the IBO, that should make you a runner-up for any of the other belts, man. Like, they should be able to pay attention to you. Like, man, who's this dude that got the IBO belt? You know what I mean? So it's just like, that's better than somebody who's you know what I'm saying, like a number 5 or number 6 in whatever sanctioned body, because it's still a belt. You know what I mean? So I mean, I respect it. Of course, I just feel like it's at the bottom. It's behind the WBC, WBA, IBF. You know what I mean? I don't know what other belt you can put ahead of the IBO. I don't even like the silver, WBC silver and all that. Like, just
the silver belt.
I like the gold, nigga, green and gold. It's
You said green and gold.
The WBC green and gold, but hey, I feel like somebody stated, Pacquiao won the IBO. Laura had the IBO. Now it's in the hands of her. So it's like an extra belt, man, like an extra complimentary belt, man, to go along with an official WBA or IBF or whatever. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we can't say like all bums have held the IBO strap. There's some great fighters that have held that IBO strap.
You think so?
Well, Pacquiao, Laura, now her.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You gotta say. I was texting Blue Blood, man, telling him we live.
That nigga know we live. He listening.
But yeah, man. Hey, yo, shout out to somebody that had the PayPal donation too, man. Shout out to Max in the PayPal donation as well, man, because we got the PayPal set up as well. But yeah, man, what's everybody saying in the chat though? Bobby Jean says the IBO is like a gatekeeper belt. Erwin, but my personal opinion about the IBO, you guys, is that I think it's a start. You gotta start somewhere, and like Black Horseman said, we respect that belt more than we respect the NABF belt. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. And Black Horseman's opinion, you know what I mean? You guys and women out there have your own opinion, but I feel like it is the lowest level world championship belt. I do understand that, but I will, I mean, then it's tough though, because then you got to be like, world champion. And I mean, look, man, he's saying that people in South Africa call him a world champion, dude. Straight up. I'm going to be straight up with you. He said the people in South Africa, he walked the streets out there, they call him world champion.
Right.
So, hey, man, and maybe these might be casual fans, maybe these might be other kind of fans, but hey, man, it is what it is. That IBO belt has a long, lengthy record, a history, I mean. And, a lot of people have held that belt. Lawrence Williams says Roy Jones and Tarver fought for the IBO belt. Yeah, that's true. The Erwin says the Commonwealth belts. I think it's a little higher than the Commonwealth belts. Battle Rival says, I feel if unless you're a heavyweight, if you become undisputed in a weight class, then move up because he said you have to pay a lot of sanctioning fees. Mosquito says, hit that like button. What's up, Mosquito? What's going on, bro? But yeah, man, my personal opinion is, don't Anthony Joshua got the IBO belt?
I think so. Yeah, he do. Yeah, I'm trying to think who he got it off of. I think, did Fury have that shit? I think Fury maybe got it off of what's your boy Klitschko. And then, when he got the belt stripped from him, then Joshua ended up getting it, I think. So I think he do got the IBO.
So yeah, I think he got that. I think Joshua's got the IBO too. Oh man, a triple donation. Buzzer time.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. What are you talking about, Willis? Gregory Wise says WBA silver, diamond, and USA BF are also bullshit trinket belts. Yeah. He had to make sure he threw that out there, you know what I mean?
Lawrence, we see what Lawrence Williams says. He says IBO is more respectable than the WBA regular, interim, and recess belts.
Oh wow, that's a good way to look at it, you guys. That's a good point. That is a good point, though. That's a good point. That's a great point, actually. Because you got I don't know. I feel like the IBF is more of a it's by McGregor Boxing Star said, "What's good, Corey Lee and Black Horseman? What's up, bro? What's going on, man? How you doing today, man? We up in here, man. We holding it down." But yeah, man. So with that being said, moving on to Gervonta Davis.
Joshua does have that belt, bro. That IBO.
Oh, he does?
Your Stinson just confirmed it in the chat.
I knew it, man. I had a feeling he had it, man. But that it just solidifies what I was thinking, man. But yeah, man. My personal opinion about the whole situation, you guys, is the IBO belt, to wrap the IBO situation up. It's a belt that I can respect, you know what I mean? But do I respect it on the level as the WBC belt? Hell no, and I'm I'm pretty sure, Thulaney knows that. He probably knows that these other belts are, held to a higher stature. These guys that hold the IBO belt know that. That's why they want to unify. They want to be like, yo, well, let me have your, let's fight for each other's belts.
And then to make the last point on that, man, like a lot of these belts carry value. So it's like you say somebody like Sean Porter, he'll break down and cry for winning WBC. It's because nigga, his paydays from now on with that WBC strap, oh, he gonna get broke off, bro. Now, if you got something like a NABA or an ABO or some shit, that ain't that kind of money, So some belts is more valuable than others. So it's really about the money. You know what I mean?
And that WBC belt that Sean Porter won, we all of us in the chat might not like, all of us in the chat might not like Sean Porter, but with him having that WBC belt, we gotta respect that, him in that belt, you know what I'm saying? Because he did win that belt, and like I said, he won it, man. McGregory Boxing Star says, Corey and Black Horseman, do you guys think we will ever see the IBF become a fifth sanctioning body like the WBO became in the late 90s, early 2000s? I mean, it's a possibility, man. If guys keep representing that belt, man, it's only gonna it's only gonna sustain its value. It can't. I don't think the IBO can go down. I mean, you got guys like, Anthony Joshua holding the IBO belt, Gennady Golovkin. I mean, these guys are on pound for pound lists and stuff like that, holding the IBO belt. So with guys like that holding that belt, and when they win, they hold it up on their arms, like, yo, I'm the champion, and these are one of my belts. Like, I just don't see the IBO, the IBO, doing any worse than they already doing right now. I think that they can only go up. What do you think, Black Horseman?
I agree 100% with you, bro. I agree with you 100%. I mean, initially, man, I mean, it should be where if you want to talk about undisputed, of course, they only consider certain belts that will make you undisputed. But if you got that extra IBO, you basically like all roads got to lead to me. So if you want to get paid, if you want to be the top dog, I got the IBO, I got the IBF, the WBA, WBO, WBC. You got to come see me. You know what I mean? So it's that extra belt, man. That's, you got to give them that extra respect. I mean, if it wasn't really worth shit, don't you think Joshua would probably vacated it by now? Don't you think maybe Laura would have vacated it, that shit? Or her?
They held on to it.
They holding on to the shits. And these are good names, good name fighters that have held on to that IBO belt, and the only way that they're gonna probably let it go is if they get a much better belt, you know what I mean? Like a WBC, WBA, something like that, or IBF. But nah, man, I think we kind of need to put a little bit of respect on the IBO a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Like we were saying, to sum it up, man, we respect the IBO more than the NABF shit and all that, like Gregory Wise says, the trinket belts, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna necessarily call the IBO a trinket belt. In my personal opinion, if he does, that's on him, hey, respect to him, man. But I just think that the IBO, I just think it's not a European title. It's a higher class than those, than the European level titles, and like the mid-level titles, like the WBC silver title and all that bullshit. I think the IBO is better than that, because let's be honest, real classic and real former and current, like real world champions hold that belt,
Right.
These are not just like guys that we don't know about. Like, well, where the hell did this guy come? Yeah, like a guy like Thulaney, has the IBO belt out of nowhere. I'm not sure how that, the origin of how he got that belt, or who lost it or whatever have you. But normally it's like a guy that has like the WBA and then the IBO belt. It's normally like a two belt type of situation when they have the IBO belt. This guy has the IBO belt out of nowhere, man. He fought for it, and he got a respectable win over it. The guy Thulaney beat Diego Chavez in the welterweight division for that belt. So it was a vacant belt, yes, but he beat a respectable opponent to get that belt. So that makes that belt even more better and more special. You know what I mean? Because he had to earn that belt. You know?
Right. I mean, he's already made mark somewhat in the WBC because he's got the Intercontinental one, the WBC Intercontinental belt, your boy Thulani. And
Oh
then he
yeah,
won.
yeah, he did. He did say he was in the WBC organization. Yup.
So yeah, I see that before he fought Diego Chavez, he fought Diego Cruz for that vacant WBC Intercontinental belt, and then he fought Diego Chavez for the vacant international boxing, the IBO belt. So I mean, at the end of the day, man, he's doing what he's got belts to put himself in position to get better fights and go after better belts. You know what I mean? So I mean, I like what Thulani is doing right now. And man, you catching a wave of him early because I think like pretty soon everybody gonna know who this dude is. Like they gonna know how to pronounce his name and all of that shit.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be the next big, the big thing coming out of South Africa, man. I think he's gonna be the next. He has a possibility to be a star. I'm not gonna say like this big huge superstar, but at least on a higher level than like your.
I mean, we seen what Dogbo doing.
Yeah, like something like that. Yeah, like something like that. Yeah, definitely.
Take the world by surprise. Like, yo, who is this dude?
Because you got to understand, man, these foreign fighters, dude, a lot of these American fighters get lazy, man. They get lazy, dude. And I'm telling you, man, this guy Thulani looks like he's in the gym. All his YouTube, all his Instagram shit is all training shit.
He told you that. He said that on the in your live stream on the interview. He said he always in camp.
He said, "Yeah." I said, "Yo, I said, "When are you starting training camp?"
Already started. What you talking about? I'm always in camp.
And this dude fight is not until December, yo. He don't fight until December, and when he fights in December, he's fighting another named opponent. This will be his second named opponent in a row.
This nigga is like me,
and a former world champion. Hey,
bro,
gotta throw that in there.
He like me on Corley Boxing. You stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. He's staying in the gym, bro. He always ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you already know about that, dog. You gotta stay ready on my channel, man, because you never know who could come at you, man.
I ain't worried. Stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
Yep, no doubt, man. No doubt, man. All right, man. Oh shit! Shout out to Gregory Wyatt in the chat, man, with the quadruple banger. Oh, we gotta do 3 in a row. Hold on, cause he didn't did 4 though.
Shout out to Gregory Wyatt.
Shout out to Gregory Wyatt, man. That's my brother right there, yo. I don't care what nobody say. He's back on his trinkets again, man. I'll let you read the joint, man. I done read all his trinket quotes, man.
No doubt. Shout out to Gregory Wyatt with the donation in the super chat, man. Y'all show support to Corey Lee. He says, by formally recognizing all of these trinkets, we lend a degree of legitimacy. I like the way this nigga be talking, man.
I like how he talks. I like how he talks.
We lend a degree of legitimacy and further perpetuate the emergence of chaos in this sport that we love. Who is the real champion? All right, my brother. I appreciate you, homie.
Yeah.
Big words on you.
You dropping them bombs and them jewels on you at the same time.
You got a screenshot of the words this nigga used. He said, we lend a degree of legitimacy and further perpetuate the emergence of chaos. Gregory, man. Goddamn for the big words.
Shout out to Gregory, man. You already know, man. Shout him out, man. Thank you so much for your donation, Gregory Wyatt. He says at the end, though, he says, who is the real champion? My personal opinion, Gregory, to sum that up, you guys, my personal opinion is I think the real champion is it's a fan vote. Whoever thinks the fan, I feel like, whoever the fans generalize as the champion, I feel like that should be the champion, because the fans, we are what drive this sport. Without us, there is no sport. So I feel like, you can kind of get a general consensus, on who is the real champion, you know what I mean? But some divisions, it's hard. Like in heavyweight, it's hard. You got Deontay Wilder, you got Anthony Joshua. You're like, Joshua, man, well, tomorrow, Wilder.
This is why this type of area is forcing us to do our research on these belts. Who's the most respectable sanctioning body, how long they've been around. and it comes down to the WBC and the WBA.
And my
IBF came.
personal and look, I'm gonna be on. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm gonna let you rip after this. I just want to say this one thing. I feel like to sum it all up, who is the real champion is the body of work, straight up. The body of work, straight up, flat out. That's the real champion in this equation. You gotta add up the body of work, and you gotta add it up. You gotta add it up the right way, man. The body of work, in my opinion, is the body of work. Go ahead, Black Horse, and let it rip.
No, that's a good point, man. You know, you kind of got to factor in the body of work, what belt, how respectable is that sanctioning body, how long they've been around, and you know, I think that kind of determines, you know, like you said, and then it's kind of, kind of like a vote, you know, the majority, you know, what the people feel, is the champion as well. But I still think the most respected belts, man, just based on the lineage and all of that stuff, is the WBA, the WBC, then the IBF behind that, and then you go, you know, IBO and whatever else, you know what I'm saying, behind that, plastic and ABA and silver belts and shit like that. But and then the regular belts, WBA and all of that, you know. So I mean, but I agree with you, man. It's about body of work, and then I think it depends on the belt, you know, the sanctioned body that you win as well, you know, because some guys, they'll get a belt, but they resume ain't really shit. You know, they may have a good belt, you know, may look pretty, but at the end of the day, who did you beat to get it? You know, was it a vacant belt? You know, have you defended it multiple times? And I think that's important, man. When you can defend your belt multiple times against top fighters, I think that that's important.
Man, great question. I mean, great great answer for that one. Wow, man. Black Horseman had to break it down all the way to the ground for y'all on that one, man. Ernest Terry, shout out to Ernest Terry in the chat, saying 4 belts in 2018 constitutes undisputed. WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO. The WBO was added to undisputed in 2006. How many belts are enough? Question mark. I'll let you go first on that one, my brother.
Well, like I say, in the 80s and before that, it was just 3 belts, which is the WBA, WBC, and the IBF. And then, like he just stated, they added the WBO. I think that's it, man. We don't need to be adding extra belts because politics get involved and it just becomes much harder for an undisputed champion, you know. So 4 is more than enough, man. You know, I mean, we had guys like Holyfield, Tyson, Lennox Lewis, you know, certain fighters where they were undisputed and they just had those top 3 respected belts, which is the WBC, WBA, and the IBF. You know, so now that the WBO is in the equation, okay, cool. But let's not add no extras, you know, on it. You know, I respect the IBO, but it shouldn't be demands for becoming undisputed, man. I don't think, you know what I mean? It should just leave it at that 4, and that's it, man. You know what I mean? Because it just gets into politics, and then it's like if they're gonna keep adding belts for you to become undisputed, you might as well just take away undisputed altogether because it's not gonna have the same value. It's not gonna have the same significance, man. But yeah, I just think just leave it those 4: WBC, WBA, IBF, and the WBO. Just leave it those, man. We don't need no more belts. That's it.
Wow, so just leave it at that, huh? So just leave it at that. All right. Mosquito says, if it was up to me, there would be 1 belt like the UFC. Sheldon Holmes says, salute Corey Lee Boxing and Black Horseman Promotion and the chat. Everybody in the chat, Sheldon Holmes says, salute. Mosquito says, we don't have to worry about ducking and all this foolish shit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because the UFC is built a little different, you guys. You got to understand the UFC is kind of monopolized a little bit in a way too, man, because you got one guy running the whole damn thing, dog. So it's like you got pretty much one guy, you know, bringing in streams of revenue and stuff like that. And I mean, it's just the way Dana White has it. It's good in ways, but then it's bad in ways. It's like you don't eat unless you're eating from him. You know what I mean? You can't be your own promoter like Errol Spence and stuff like that. You can't be you know, like a Floyd Mayweather, because you know you're under the UFC, you know, banner and shit like that. You gotta wear Reebok. You gotta, you know, do all this other shit that the UFC wants you to do. So
Damn.
the UFC is completely different in the boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Completely different in boxing, dude. You think Dana White would allow a guy like Adrian Broner like that to talk like that in his press conference? I mean, yeah, Conor McGregor talks like kind of greasy too, but Adrian Broner's on a whole different level, dog. You know what I'm saying? Every time Adrian Broner gets the camera on him now, he flicks the camera off immediately.
Right.
Immediately. They're like, hey, I think it's either 3 or 4 time world champion Adrian Broner. Saturday night, he was like,
Bird.
he turned around, he was like, hey, fuck you.
Yeah, bro.
I was like, yo, this dude, wow, this shit, dog.
He is not good TV at this point.
Mosquito says, yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm just being real with it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta factor in all the facts, and
Good
point. Know, at the end of the day, you know, at the end of the day,
it's like belts are bargaining chips, you know.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you know, I feel like, you know, I really truly feel like, you know, the UFC and Dana White, he's like a fucking Bob Arum, Al Heyman, and all of these guys in one, because he's letting them just eat. Like, I mean, he's just eating off of all of these guys' plates. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy the way, if you get deep into that shit, dog. Gregory Wild with another donation, man. Wow, man. You're really on one, man. We really greatly appreciate these super chats, man. For real, Gregory Wild. I wish more was like you, man. But if you ain't got it, you just hit the thumbs up. That's good as well, too, you guys. Gregory Wise says UFC, Bellator, Legacy, and MMA is chaotic, too. Is that what he meant to say? Chaotic.
Yeah, it's chaotic.
Oh, chaotic. Okay, well.
I mean, I don't know what he mean by that. I mean, it's but like,
yeah, what do you mean by that? Elaborate on that. Give us another super chat, Gregory. No, I'm just joking.
Give us a $10 elaboration. No,
I'm just joking with you, Gregory. But yeah, let us know what you mean by that, though, my brother. We really want to know what you mean by that. Battle Rifle says, please, no flash photography. Unbiased Boxing Talk says Broner is a clown. Yeah, I mean, Broner, that's a whole nother topic, man. Broner right now, I mean,
it's leading dudes' careers into the toilet, bro.
Saying, dude, like, why? Like, why? Why, AB? Why? You were doing good.
I mean, the question ain't even about Adrian Broner, like, why Adrian Broner? Because we know this is who he is. This is who he's comfortable being. But it's just like, why all these other fighters look up to him, man? You know, he's just like that bad motherfucker in the hood or some shit that you know you ain't got no business fucking around with. You know you're gonna get into some shit every time you hang out with him. And these niggas don't get it. Like, they just keep hanging out with him. And next thing you know, they'll get into some shit and he'd be the one just always, you know, won't get into the trouble, but he'd be laughing and shit. I mean, it just seemed like he wasn't even drunk this past weekend, but everybody else around him was drunk. He was just out here using his phone.
I noticed that too.
It's like, man, y'all niggas got to stop hanging around with this dude. He ain't worried about y'all careers. His careers is already in the toilet. You know what I mean? So do
you think Adrian Broner can bounce back from the type of career he's had so far?
Bounce back from what? CTE? Hell nah.
Yo, shout out to Trap House Boxing. Yo, he said, "What's up, Corey Lee and Black Horseman? What's up, Trap House Boxing? How you doing today, my brother?
And good work this past weekend too, my brother.
Yeah, good work, my brother." Chris says Broner might be retarded to some degree.
CTE, you know.
I don't know. This dude, man.
Shots to the head, bro. I feel for him, but this dude's got to get away from him, man. He's not in his right state of mind, and if he is, that's a problem. Like his nickname.
Bob McGregor Boxing Star says if Wilder beats Fury and becomes lineal with the WBC and both Fury and Ortiz on his record, is he the A side at Corey Lee Boxing and Black Horseman Promotions?
Anytime somebody can front 50 million, you been the A side. To me, you've been an A side, man. It's just like he got the best belt in boxing. You know, I feel, more popular than Josh. Josh was only popular like that in the UK. Wilder's popular in the US and he's popular in the UK. So at the end of the day, man, I feel like, he is the A side, but at the end of the day, man, it's gonna be politics involved. When it comes to Eddie Hearn's zone, all that old weird shit, man. So, Wilder is the guy, man. I feel like he's the top dog at heavyweight. I think Anthony Joshua right now got doubts about fucking just winning in his next fight versus Alexander Povetkin. I think he actually has doubts. Wilder don't have no doubts. It don't matter who he fight. You know what I'm saying? But I think Joshua, man, he we won't even have to even talk about who the A side, Wilder or Joshua, because Joshua gonna end up losing pretty soon. Watch.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, bro. I'm almost for sure, man. This dude, he gonna get exposed. He gonna definitely get exposed, man. Trap House says, "Thanks, family. I was crying this morning when I heard you get all over Blue Blood."
Oh,
we waiting on him, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What Trap House? You watched my old live stream, yo? Yo, motherfuckers be going back and rewatching them joints, yo. Them joints be official though, yo. Yo, but you got to go see the part 1 though, man. He was in the text the first time. I mean, last time we was on live, but then the first time he was actually on the live stream with us, and it got crazy. So you gotta look at that joint too. That shit was official though. Both of them joints.
He was getting bodied. Hey, Trap, he was getting bodied, and he had some helpers with him, and they got bodied along with him. So at the end of the day, they was casualties of war. But just come by yourself, 1-on-1. Ain't nobody jumping in, but he don't want no smoke. Yesterday, he was in the theater, you know what I mean, with his wife watching a romantic film. So, hey, it is what it is, bro.
This shit crazy, bro.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Battle Rifle says top 5 most disappointing boxers. Number 5, Mark Breland. Number 4, Tyrell Biggs. Number 3, Roberto Duran. Number 2, Demetrius Andrade. Number 1, Adrian the Problem Broner. Wow, Battle Rifle. That's your top 5 disappointing fighters? Damn, dude.
Them two names I don't even recognize, but Demetrius Andrade, we'll see. He got a fight coming up.
Trap House says, I can't wait to hear the next one. Motherfuckers be waiting for that shit, Black Horseman. That ain't the first dude I heard that said they want to hear that shit, though.
You know what it is, nigga?
Yo, that shit was funny as hell, though, Black Trap House, man. That shit was funny as hell, dog. Motherfuckers up in here wilding out. Ernest Terry says the main problem is the main ones only fights 1 or 2 times a year. Max, old school fought 4 times a year, regardless of the opponent. Yeah, but they had some cherry picking involved in that too, though. A lot of these fighters nowadays are fighting tougher fights. I mean, I'm not going to say tougher fights, but their in-between fights are tougher, though, I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I seen some of, like, Julio Cesar Chavez seniors in-between fights, dudes had a losing record. I'm like, yo, how you a world in the world title won't even up for grabs? And he didn't lose the world title, neither. He was a current world champion, and he took an in-between fight, and the belt went on the line, yo. And it was somewhere in Mexico. But they don't tell you about that shit in the history books. They just tell you about all the wins and all the other shit. They don't tell you about all the in-between fights. But to be honest with you, those in-between fights like that for Julio Cesar Chavez were probably like money fights, or, you know what I mean? Like, Mexico, man, he said he was selling out every time he fought, no matter who he fought. So, I mean, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr.
Oh.
Not Junior.
Yeah.
Yup. So, you know what I mean? And you got to understand, man. Ernest Terry says bullshit. Dave Kirkwood says, bit off topic. Did anyone see Elon Musk on Joe Rogan? No, but I wanted to see that because I am subscribed to Joe Rogan's podcast. But no, man, what happened on there? Dave Kirkwood, what happened on there? Because you know Elon Musk controls those electric cars and stuff like that. He controls the Teslas. So yeah, I would love to know what they say. You know, Elon Musk actually does the rockets too, though. You know what I mean? He got his own little rocket type deal. I mean, it's a lot of it's a lot of interesting things that Elon Musk talks about, man. You know what I mean? Elon Musk might, you know, be the first one to find out us real aliens out there, or other, you know, like humans, like other, you know, live what's the word I'm looking for? Like other people that might live out there, because there's other planets that we can't get to with our own rockets, and that Elon Musk could possibly get us there because he's building his own rockets, and he's actually successfully tested rockets, and they actually successfully launched and landed finally, because he said it was like the first two times he lost like millions and millions of dollars because they didn't launch right or whatever, and they blew up. And the third launch was actually the last launch he was going to physically do, and it worked. So that shit just opened up the floodgates to all this other shit that could happen for him. You know what I mean, though?
So these niggas trying to get up out of here, huh?
Yeah.
That's what you telling me? All right, yeah. Good luck. Good luck with that shit, man.
Black Horseman, wow, yo. He said, oh, so you telling me they trying to get up out of here, huh?
All right, man, get up out of here.
So they don't like it on Earth, bro, right?
It's too wild for you down here, huh?
Yo, that shit's too funny though, dog. But that's what he's trying. That's what Joe Rogan's trying to do, though, man. Joe Rogan is probably gonna ask him questions like that, and Elon Musk is gonna answer him questions, because you gotta understand, man. You know, the Tesla whole car situation was you know, this is a little bit off topic, man, but we rarely ever get off topic, man. So fuck it. You know what I mean? So, you know, you gotta understand those electric cars that Elon Musk is making. He was making so little cars that he actually had to go to Tesla, and you know, he's like the president or the CEO of the company, like he owns Tesla. So they were behind in production. This motherfucker started sleeping in his fucking office, dog. That's how hard he was going for his business. Damn. You know what I mean? Because they were only pumping out like 1,500 cars a month, and they needed to meet like 3,500 cars per month, and they were only pumping out between 1,500 and 2,000 cars per month. And for their company to do good, I guess, in stocks or whatever, it's bigger than what we're talking about. But it's, you know, it's a lot of shit behind this. But anyways, he actually physically was working day and night. They say he was sleeping on a sofa that he had in his office. And then he said he was working like 24 hours a day and all these crazy hours. He'd take a nap, then get right back to work. I mean, he was really on his grind. You know what I mean? Dave Kirkwood says, yeah, I'm telling you, man.
I fuck with that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, though, man. I mean, it gets deep. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm going to check that. I'm actually gonna check that Joe Rogan podcast out, because it hit my timeline, like it came up on my notifications, but I didn't really get a chance. I got busy with this shit or boxing or some shit. Actually, I think they did the interview right before the damn Sean Porter and Danny Garcia fight, like that Friday or that Thursday. You know, my mind wasn't really on that shit at the time. You know what I mean?
Say again, bro.
I said, I think they did that interview like right before the Danny Garcia and Sean Porter fight. And I said, my mind won't fucking on no Elon Musk right before the Danny fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So PK Ernest Terry says, Corey, I'm not leaving planet Earth. St. Cruiser says Elon got shit from lightning up a joint in that interview. Stick dropped 6 points. Wow.
He meant to say stock. He meant to say stock drop.
Stock dropped 6 points. Wow. Alexandro says Tesla.
Oh, he lit up a blunt in the interview for real?
What the fuck?
Or is he just saying that shit?
It says Dave Kirkwood says Tesla lost 10% from its shares price. Wow.
Oh, maybe he
That's a
did.
lot of fucking money, dog.
Why? Because he lit up a blunt?
Dog, 10% of your stock, that's a lot of money, dog.
He's so high he want to go to space. Okay, I get it. I understand.
Damn, that's a lot of money, dog.
Yeah, it is, bro.
They said, yeah, Elon was lit. Yeah, but shit, you gotta understand, he might have been lit, but I mean, with that shit, that 10%, man, he gonna be wishing he won't lit. You know what I mean? Dave Kirkwood says he smoked the motherfucker. Yo, wow. Dave Kirkwood says, Alex, wait. He was talking about Tesla trying to develop a 500 mic battery. Currently, it does 330 miles. Wow. So they're pretty much saying that they're testing a 500-mile battery that pretty much, I guess, on a single charge will last you 500 miles. You don't have to you don't need a charge. I guess right now the longest reigning battery before you like need a charge, because you know that dude Fred from Barbershop, he has a Tesla and he's always talking about his Tesla. And I know a couple guys out here that got a Tesla and shit like that. But on each per charge per Tesla, you need to have, when you charge from the charging station, you have 330 miles until you charge again. That's what they're saying. And from what they're saying is that he just did, testing on a 500-mile charge battery. Like that'll hold up to 500 miles.
Does it take gas or it don't?
It don't take gas at all, dog. No gas at all. 100% electricity.
Wow, I'm still stuck in the 80s then on some shit. Damn. I'm old school nigga to the heart, nigga. I didn't know about that shit. I'm late.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, man, you got to get up on that shit, man. Dave Kirkwood says single charge, Corey. That's correct. Yup, that's what I thought you were talking about. Alexander says, anyone here drove an electric vehicle? I drove in the Tesla SUV model. That shit does some crazy ass shit, dog. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. Like that shit, it's like a Christmas theme. It's crazy. You gotta go look it up. Like the doors flap. They got like these doors. You know the Back to the Future car?
Yeah.
You know how the doors go up like a Lambo type joint?
Right.
The Tesla SUV's doors do the same exact thing. All of the models.
Now, was you able to drive the shit?
No, I was riding in it, but that shit's fast though.
So does it feel any kind of different from a car that take gas, or just like
it just feel as quiet as I don't know what, no sound at all. Like if you roll your windows up and you don't have the radio on or nothing, there's no, like, it's so quiet. Like it's like driving like a half electric Camry now. You know, sometimes those Camrys, like, you don't know it, but they cut off like at the stoplight and then they cut back on. Like, it's crazy, like some of the electric gas cars.
Is it any risk? Is any risk involved driving them type of electric cars, all electric, no gas and all that shit?
Well, they were saying something about that it could possibly blow up, and they were saying that it has been instances where the battery, this is when they first started production, like they started like a couple years ago. And I think they got all of the kinks out and all of the what do they call it? The defects. They got all of the defects out of them. You know what I mean? But like I said, Battlefield says the DeLorean. Sorry, yeah, that's the Back to the Future car. Tesla is 100% no gas, no diesel. Yup, electric. Alexander says it kind of feels like an airplane. Yeah, I mean, like when they took off Black Horseman, that shit was lethal, dog. Like when I mean they took off, dog, like that shit was like you was in a Corvette with no sound. It was weird as hell. Like some of those Tesla, like, what's the equivalent of that joint? Like, I don't know. What fast car have you ever been in? Cause these Teslas are fast as shit, dog. Cause you know how a normal car, like that's got a lot, like a SRT, like a Challenger. You know when that joint take off, it's gonna spin tires because it has so much horsepower. This joint does not spin at all. It just all get off and go. Like no fucking spinning tires at all. Just like and it's like boom, gone.
I'm about to rent one this weekend. Fuck this shit.
Yo, I'm
Watch. I'm
telling
gonna
you,
rent one
Black
this
Horseman.
weekend just to fucking test it out. See what's up.
Them Tesla joints, yo, are the real deal, dog. Like you gotta understand, like it's a different experience. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta understand, like a lot of people out there that's drove, gasoline cars their whole life, and you're like, oh, I get a Honda, that's cheap on gas. You know what I mean? How about getting a Tesla? There is no gas.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to understand, but the only
So
thing
what is it
about
like for charging? Like, is it expensive to charge it or
I don't.
something?
I think it's free to charge, but what it
Wow.
is. But see, what this is where they get you at. You cannot take your Tesla to get worked on at any other dealership but Tesla exclusively, or they will ban you from any charging stations. Yeah, I did my research on that shit. A lot of people in the chat don't even know about that shit. If you get your car worked on and Tesla finds out about it, because they can find out about it because they know, like, if something needs to be fixed and you didn't take it to them, they there's ways to find out that you got it fixed somewhere else. You know what I mean? Just like, certain people are starting to figure out how to work on Teslas now. Like there's a black guy on YouTube that all he does
There's always a nigga on
is
YouTube.
yeah, he does side work like on Teslas and they piss him off. Like he's gotten like handwritten letters like, if you don't stop this, you will possibly get sued. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're that strict on that
Drop a
shit.
missile on your house, nigga.
Yeah, they're that strict on that shit, dog. So you know what I mean? But it's very, very interesting because Tesla's almost like this new wave of almost like robotic type, cars. And the way their cars get worked on, it's like a lot of robotic arms, put the doors together and shit like that. It's some of this, you just got to see that shit, man, because Dateline NBC did a special on them and I watched it. And it was pretty much like they did a whole episode on Elon Musk, and Elon Musk was sleeping in his, like I told you, he was sleeping in his desk and everything like that. But when they went out to go look at the cars and stuff, they were actually getting built cars, but they were like these electronic arms that were putting the doors on the car. Like it was the wildest shit I've ever seen, dog. And it was some shit like off of RoboCop or some shit. Like this shit was crazy, dog. And it was all like futuristic shit, dog. You know what I mean? But the guy gotta know what the fuck he's doing. He built a rocket, for heaven's sakes, and did not get any help from NASA. This was a privately owned rocket that he built. And what he wants to do is he's gonna start charging people to go to the moon, like up there, like near the moon and back for like $250,000. And that's what he's gonna start doing. You know what I mean? For $250,000, you can go up to like the moon or some crazy shit like that, and then come back down for $250,000.
Who wanna go? Oh, my bad. Shout out to Gregory Wyatt.
Oh, Gregory Wyatt, yo, he says the no because the software updates overnight. Yeah. Oh, he's talking about the Teslas probably. Shout out to Gregory Wyatt again with this super chat donation, man. I appreciate that shit, man. And it says MB says Elon Musk comes around to your house and slaps your ass. What the fuck? And St. Cruz says Elon has been warning us of losing control of AI, artificial intelligence. That's what AI means. Mosquito says, I don't trust these new cars. That's another thing too, Black Horse. When these new cars like the Teslas and shit, they know they have like self-driving apps on them too. Like the joint will like when I drove in one, she pretty much took her hands off the wheel and the joint drove by itself, yo. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you, dog.
Yeah, fuck that. That's another nigga is somewhere in the office driving this shit for you.
Like it's weird. It's so crazy too. Like, you know what I mean? Like the joint has like internet on it already too, so it knows like full navigation setup. Full all of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just, and it tells you when you're fucking going on a white line on the road, you know how the white line has the white dotted line.
Yeah.
It did the car start just this alarm was just start beeping off in the car because you're driving on the line and shit like that. And you know what I mean? Like if you don't use your blinker and stuff like that, like it's really like a Back to the Future type joint. Like seriously, like you know what I mean? It's just weird as shit. You know what I mean? But that's the new age, you guys. I'm gonna hop off now, man, because me and Black Horseman. I know Black Horseman said he had to go somewhere around 6, so I know we're a little over that, man. I appreciate that, man. We'll get with Blue Blood something, you know.
Nah, it won't be shit. The nigga, you know, 2 days straight, bro. You know what I mean? I've been in the ring, bro. Like I said, I'm like Wilder and this nigga like Josh.
Everybody in the chat right now, go to Blue Blood's page right now and be like, yo, you was a no-show, man. We was waiting on Blue Blood today. I sent him a couple, you know, links, man. He never responded, man. Hit him up on Instagram and everything, man. So
you know what it is, dog.
You guys gotta go to Blue Blood's Instagram or go to his YouTube and be like, yo, you were supposed to be on Corey Lee Boxing tonight. What happened? Yo, y'all gotta press him so he'll come back, you know? He might have forgot. But
like said, don't step up here, nigga, unless you ready. He not ready, nigga. Like I said, it's tooth being loose in the first time. You know what I'm saying? The second time, he in the movie theater with his headphones on, not interested. Third time, he don't want no smoke. You know what I mean? You got to come by yourself. You can't bring no friends, homies, one-on-one. But he don't want it, bro. So at the end of the day, I'm like Wilder, man. You know, I'm not going to chase after nigga that don't want smoke, bro. I'm not. But I stay in the ring. Shout out to Corey Lee, bro. You know how I do.
Already, dog. You already know, man. To let them know where to find you at. Let them know all your everything where to find you at.
Yeah, man. Check me out. Black Horse Promotions right here on YouTube. I got my website, blackhorsepromotions.com. I'm on IG as well, man. But always supporting Corey Lee Boxing, man. I appreciate everybody that showed them some love and support. You know, man, just hit them donations, man. You hear that bell. And y'all keep that shit lit, man. So shout out to Corey Lee Boxing and everybody that supports, man. It's Black Horseman. I'm out of here, man.
All right. With that being said, you guys, thank you so much for, you know, supporting the channel. All you guys' donations, it means a lot to me. You know, Black Horseman, I really appreciate him coming on the show tonight, man. It was an honor. And like I said, man, we will be looking for Blue Blood, you know, in the next couple shows, man. Like I said, man, you know, he said he was going to come on, man. He said he was ready. He wanted it. He was going to pretty much smoke out Black Horseman. And, you know, he was saying all this stuff.
Yeah, blowing smoke. I'll smoke this nigga like a cigarillo. He don't want that shit over here, dog.
Yo, and then he was saying all of this shit, yo, about, you know,
trolling.
Yo, he was going in on Black Horseman, yo. You just look on our last live show that we did, not the interview I did, but the last live show I did. You look at Blue Blood in the chats, you guys. He said that he was going to be on the show today. You know what I mean? I told him it'd be around 5, you know, between 5 and 6 p.m. We started at 5. He wasn't here.
Listen to what I said. It's gonna be another excuse.
You be the judge, you guys. You be the judge. You know what I'm saying? And we just wanted a good little debate. You know what I mean? And they had a great debate the first time. I mean, it was, you know, it was a couple guys. You know, Black Horseman was standing up on his own, man. You know?
You niggas know what it is, dog. I don't need no help, nigga.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I just give me in the platform and the mic, nigga, and it's on.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, Black Horseman was standing on his own. You know, he was really standing on his own. He really did what he said he was going to do. And he, you know, he stayed firm on what he thought. You know, he didn't waver in what he thought. You know, he didn't let, you know, 3 guys that were against him, you know, change his mindset. You know what I mean? And he kept a solid mindset, man. And, you know, like I said, you know, win, lose, or draw, man, Black Horseman's my guy, man. So, you know, like I said, man, Blue Blood, where are you?
Hells, nigga. 0-3.
Until the next time, you guys, this is Corey Lee Boxing. You've definitely just been hit with another banger. Yeah. Peace out, you guys. Later.